how to trigger a sound on an object. So for example, when you reach a coin, and a coin will make a sparkly sound, or if you, in this case, I'll show you how to put a cat in the scene, and when we get close to the cat will meow. Okay, so first of all, make sure you download the script, and the script, it's called play sound. So make sure you have the play sound script in your asset folder. Okay, so let's get started. Now we are in our scene. So I have this kitten that I download online. I'll use it as an example. I'll place it in the scene, make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so we have our cat in the scene. Okay, so we will apply this the script of the play sound on our kitten. Okay, so let's add component, find scripts, and find the play sound. Okay, so what we need to add here for the play sound. So first of all, we need to tell what sound we want to play. And then I have the sound cat meowing that I downloaded earlier from the internet. And here, very importantly, the volume is 0 in default for some reason. Okay, you need to have at least some volume, otherwise you won't be able to hear it. Okay, and make sure the already play is not checked. Leave it blank. Okay, so we just apply the script play sound on our cat. Let's take a quick look what the script has. And that will help us to remind us what are the things we need to apply to make the script work. Okay, so first of all, you can skip all of these. Okay, so first of all, you need to get the component of the audio source. Okay, so we need to add the audio source. That's the first thing. Second, we need to create a collider for the cat, and make sure we check it for the trigger. Okay, and then we also need to define who touch that collider, who touch that trigger will trigger the sound, and that need to be applied for a tag called player. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So 3 things. So first of all, set up the audio source. Okay, we set up the sound to play, but we haven't set up the audio source. Okay, so that will be the first step. Let's find audio by clicking the add component and add an audio source. Okay, so we will apply the same sound we select earlier over here. Okay, make sure you uncheck play on awake. Otherwise, the sound will just play when we hit play. We want to make it wait until we reach the trigger. Okay, so add the audio source, apply the audio clip, and uncheck play on wake. Okay, so second, we need to create a collider. Okay, for the cat. Okay, so same. Let's go to add component, physics, add a box collider. Okay, the box collider is gigantic. That's okay. Let's make it a little bit smaller to fit our cat. Okay, so let's just click on this edit collider. So we'll just manually squeeze it down. Oops. Okay. Make sure you rotate your camera. So make sure. Sometimes it's a little hard to see because the perspective might be off. Okay, so I think it looks good, and I'll just make this a little bit smaller here. Okay, so we have the collider, but make sure you check is trigger. If it's not checked, it won't work. So its trigger should be checked. Okay, last, we need to set up a tag called player on our camera. Okay, so I actually did that earlier for another tutorial for the moves scene. So it's the same thing. So the FPS controller, which is the player, you should make the tag called player. Okay, if it's untagged, then it won't work. So make sure it's checked on player. So I think that should be everything we need to set up. Let's test it really quickly. Okay, there's our cat. Okay, and then it's meowing. Okay, it's only gonna play once instead of multiple times. And if you don't like that, we will kind of walk through the cat. Easy fix. Okay, just let's just duplicate the box collider. Okay, see if we can copy component. Okay. Is there like a way we can paste component as new? Okay, so yeah, we just have another box collider, and that's the same size. And make sure its trigger is on check. I'll make the collider for collusion a little bit smaller so we can touch the bigger box for the sound collider before we reach the collider for the limitation of the size of the cat. Okay, so you can actually have multiple collider for the cat. Okay, so that way it should fix that issue. We should still be able to hear the sound, but we won't be able to like walk past it. Okay, so that's the sound trigger. A quick summarize of what we add. So first of all, add an element that you want to add sound onto it. Okay, and then you need to add a box collider for trigger, and also make sure the script for the play sound script is also applied on the object, and have the sound and volume set up correctly. And also make sure you don't forget to add the audio source, and then make sure you have the FPS controller set up for player. Okay, that's it.